Hey BFC, I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I know it's the beginning, but I hope it's great nonetheless. I'm really excited to share with you guys this week's devotional about staying in love with Jesus. And there are so many ways that you can do that, singing songs, spending time in prayer, reading scripture, and all of those are so important. But one way that I was reminded of this past week was just talking about him, just sharing your story and hearing what he had done for other people as well. And verses that have reminded me of that are in Psalm 71, verse 15 and 16. They say, I will tell everyone about your righteousness. All day long, I will proclaim your saving power. Though I'm not skilled with words, I will praise your mighty deeds. O sovereign Lord, I will tell everyone that you alone are just. And the psalmist in this psalm actually says, you've been good to me my whole life, and I'm actually going through a hard time right now, but I'm going to remind myself of the wonderful and awesome deeds you've done and how you've been faithful. And the end of the psalm goes into this praise and this glorifying of God. And I think I've seen this. I know I've seen this in my own life, that if my focus gets off, or maybe I'm having a hard time, or maybe I don't even feel God in that moment, when I remind myself of all the things that he's done and I tell others and begin to share that, my faith is built. And it's great because whenever you start sharing, well, God did this and this and this, you're like, oh yeah, you know what? He is really good. His character really is good. He really is just. He really was there for me in that moment. He really was my comforter. He really was my peace, my joy, my victory. He really did bring justice after all. Whatever it is that your story has, you can see the character of God, his reality in your life, and be encouraged by that, and then fall in love with him all over again just by reminding yourself of who he is and that relationship that you guys have. And you know what? If you're having a time wherever you're like, you know what? I know the story, but it's not, I don't know how to share it, or maybe it's not impacting me because, I'm just going through a really tough season. Talk to someone in your church and ask what God's done in their life. The other day I was just talking to Mary and just hearing her story and sharing what God actually had shown both of us in our lives, and his faithfulness all throughout her life and through my life just encouraged me and reminded me of the awesome, loving, mighty God that we serve, and just filled me with that love and zeal and passion for him once again. So I want to encourage you guys, read Psalm 71, go through it, meditate on it, really think about what God has done in your life, and find someone this week and ask what God has done in their life and be encouraged by it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and just fall more in love with Jesus this week. See ya.